Sensei Summit. Oh. Can you hear me? Okay. Sorry about that. That was a faulty display. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the first ever Sensei Summit. I'm Dan Thompson, CEO of Sensei, and I'm thrilled to be here with you today to show you what we've been building at Sensei. We stand at the edge of a new era in knowledge, identity, and artificial intelligence. An era where the boundaries of human experience, expertise, and identity are not just pushed, but completely redefined. Today, I'm excited to unveil two huge updates that will radically improve how organizations and teams operate, communicate, and leverage human knowledge. Let's begin with our first announcement, our live interactive replicas. In today's globally connected world, time zones divide global teams, language barriers limit collaboration, important knowledge is inaccessible when we are offline or when key persons retire, and the scarcity of expertise limits growth and innovation. But what if your organization had access to this knowledge 24/7 in any language? Our interactive live-streamed replicas make this a reality. This technology allows for real-time, dynamic conversations with digital replicas scaling human expertise across your entire organization. Imagine having your CEO conducting a truly global town hall, engaging with every employee in all time zones, answering questions in real time, ensuring a consistent message throughout your organization. Picture your top salesperson, simultaneously closing deals in multiple languages across various markets. Think about your lead engineer explaining complex technical concepts to teams worldwide, ensuring consistent knowledge transfer and problem-solving approaches. For organizations, this means consistent communication across global operations, rapid dissemination of critical information, scalable training and onboarding processes, enhanced customer engagement through always available expert interactions. Pretty cool, right? Now let's move on to our second big announcement, our personalized AI agents with autopilot mode. In today's fast-paced business environment, teams are overwhelmed. Inboxes overflow, messages pile up. Critical information gets lost in all the noise. What if your team had tireless, intelligent assistants that could manage this deluge, allowing your people to focus on high-value tasks? Our personalized AI agents are the answer. These aren't just chatbots or simple automated systems. These are sophisticated AI agents that think, learn, and adapt to your organization's unique needs. We've already enabled this on Telegram and email, but we'll be rolling out to many more soon. For Telegram, this service will manage your Telegram channels and groups, responding to queries, moderating discussions, and escalating important issues to human team members. Imagine never missing a critical message while reducing the noise your team has to manage. For email, this game-changing service processes incoming emails and prepares draft responses for your review. It's like having a perfect personal assistant who understands your communication style and your organization's needs. No more spending hours on routine emails, just review, tweak if needed, and send. These services will save your teams countless hours, allowing them to focus on strategic thinking and high-impact work. But it doesn't stop there. Our AI agents can provide 24/7 customer support across all time zones, automate complex data analysis and report generation, offer personalized experiences to millions of customers simultaneously, predict and proactively solve problems before they escalate. We're supercharging your entire organization's capabilities. Now, I'm excited to share some recent updates and upcoming features that our team has been busy working on. Our intuitive platform for creating and managing AI replicas has seen significant improvements. With the Sensei Studio, anyone in your organization can create tailored AI assistants, preserving critical knowledge and scaling expertise. We've just launched seamless integration with Discord, allowing your communities to benefit from AI-powered moderation and engagement. Coming soon, you'll easily be able to embed Sensei-powered chatbots and knowledge bases directly into your website, enhancing customer support and engagement. These technologies represent more than just innovation. They represent a transformation. We're creating a future where organizations can operate efficiently, without boundaries, where knowledge and expertise is infinitely scalable, and where every team member is empowered by AI. This is your second self, your second team. This is Sensei. Now we're going to hear from my friends and Sensei co-founders, our head of business development, Shane, our CTO, Marco, and our head of strategy, Roman, before we show you some really cool demos. Stay tuned throughout for some exciting goodies. Get involved by sharing your questions and comments.
Hi, Sensei. Hi, Sensei community. Really happy to be here and presenting to you today. I'm Shane Sibley. I'm the head of business development for Sensei, and we're really excited about where we've come to today. We put in a lot of work for the last 18 months, and we really started out with individual legacy preservation, and what that's really turned into is organizational legacy preservation. Creating more robust knowledge management systems and creating a lasting memory that can be passed on from generation to generation if it's coming from an individual, or being able to pass on corporate knowledge to the next cycle of people coming through the company. With the amount of information that's lost in unstructured data, it's up to an astounding 80%. We have an incredible digital imprint these days, and the amount of inputs that we could actually add into personalized replica that becomes an extension of yourself makes you incredibly more productive. If you were able to go through the statistics of how much time is spent on managing your inbox, managing your emails, it accounts to 20 to 25% of your entire work week. Another 20% is looking for internal information. So what Sensei has really been doing here is creating a knowledge management system that can be used across organizations to increase that productivity, being able to find information a lot faster, being able to answer emails for you, something that we've been working on in the back, individual and legacy preservation, is something called autopilot. And autopilot allows you to turn this on when you're sleeping, when you're gone on vacation, so other people can access your information, the internal information that you want readily available to the rest of the organization. Have you ever been in a position where you're looking for information and somebody takes 5 or 6 hours to get back to you? Well, that halts all productivity on your end because you're waiting for something to get back to another client. US companies are facing up to $47 million in lost productivity just based on poorly managed knowledge management. For the individual use cases, it can actually come over into the organizational components as well, being able to replicate key individuals within an organization, C-suite, CEOs, being able to pass along high-level information to the teams to feel inspired to actually gather the knowledge that they harness. When I first started in the corporate world, I got an onboarding book. This onboarding book is boring. It's static. There's no ability for me to ask questions, answer questions, and it took me a long time internally to move around the organization and ask my way around and make that system my own. And so when I was getting promoted within the role, I made a phone call over to somebody in Toronto, and I flew in to somebody that was moving on. And I jotted down 4 pages of questions that I could ask him about structuring my territory. With all the questions that I was asking him, if he was able to store that into a replica where I didn't have to fly halfway across the country to be able to go talk to him over a lunch, would be super helpful. And that conversation ended at that lunch. I had to take that information and make it my own. Now, if I had a replica where I could talk to that into perpetuity and I could continue using not just him, but other people within the organization that have replicas, then I can make something my own based on the advice that so many different people have within the organization. Now, if you were to look at consultative advice, when some of these consulting companies bring in key figures, they could be paying $10,000 to $20,000 per replica per person that comes in and talks on stage. Now, if you were able to create a replica of those individuals as well, you're passing around information that can be readily available for you to ask questions to for any extended amount of time that is agreed upon with that key individual. The opportunity size for organizations is absolutely massive, with cost savings, productivity increases, and the amount of knowledge that you're actually going to retain from people bouncing around jobs, up to 50% of knowledge lost from retirees. Being able to harness that and put that back into your onboarding processes, put that back into the people that support your organization at the time that they're working with you, and being able to, create this machine of knowledge that you pass on to the people working with you is going to save you millions, even with small organizations. So we're really excited to be rolling this out with Sensei. We're really excited for our community, and we're also really excited for our future partners that are going to be involved in this process, in this journey. So knowledge in enterprises and organizations is quite scarce. That's why they often bring people in for training sessions and bring in experts, and they pay a high ticket. They're a high ticket item when they bring them in. What we're capturing at Sensei in the knowledge management system is largely unstructured data. Now we're going to be able to do the structured and the digital imprint that others are able to as well. But what we really want to harness is the knowledge that a lot of companies are losing, with people retiring, people transferring positions, just leaving the organization. So it's a form of legacy preservation. One of the biggest revelations about capturing and using this data is the fact that not only is it reusing and recycling information that has been largely uncaptured in the past, but it's actually coming up with new ideas for the organization, which is, a massive opportunity for different organizations to be able to capture. So in all the market research that we've been doing for organizational knowledge management systems, and the work that we've been doing towards building partnerships, and again, on-ground market research, we're really excited about the future of the partnerships that we're bringing in, the conversations and the design partners that we're looking at in a number of different verticals, whether it's legal and healthcare and consultants. A lot of these companies have a massive organization, a massive staff, and each one of them can use personalized replicas with this knowledge management system. So we're really excited about all the conversations that we're having in the future of this technology aligned with these companies as well. So really appreciate all the support that everyone's given us along the way. Really appreciate the team that we're working with. It's an all-star team, and
Hello everybody, I'm Marco, the CTO of Sensei, and I wanted to introduce you to our latest product development. We've been building the Sensei Studio, which allows you to create your own replica. You can upload your voice, your image, your files. You can train the replica. You can upload your voice, your image, your video, your files. We have a whole section called Replica Training with Athena, where we ask you a lot of questions based on different topics. So you can create the best version of an AI replica that you can use. The way we work is that we have a tight connection with our sales and customer support team. So we are constantly integrating their feedback and improving the product to match the user's needs. Sensei is the best platform to replicate people. with artificial intelligence. The way we do replication is that we allow you to upload your files, upload your memories, record your voice and your video, and with that make a high definition replica of yourself that you can connect to multiple channels. You can have it on the website. You can embed it on your website. You can connect it to Telegram. You can connect it to WhatsApp. It can draft emails for you. The tech stack of Sensei is built of a whole set of technologies. We use Next.js for the website and the API. This is hosted with our partner Vercel, which allows us to scale across the world instantly. The database is hosted on Supabase, which is an amazing open source technology that provides us a lot of different services for image storage, file storage, database. We use a whole set of different AI technologies to power our business, including custom AI models that we are building in-house. We take the best open source LLM models and we then further customize and align them to our needs based on the types of replica that we need to power. The classic example is Gordon Ramsay. You cannot make a replica of Gordon Ramsay because Gordon Ramsay likes to swear and ChatGPT doesn't allow you to swear. So we need to build our own custom models where we allow the Gordon Ramsay replica to swear, for example. The way we create AI replicas is that we take best-in-class open source models, for example, Llama 3.1. We then create additional layer on top of it to align it to our needs. We use technologies like Orpo Trainer, LoRa, to align it and to make it behave and have the context that we need. We have a bunch of servers in Germany, our own servers where we run these custom models. So we can already scale horizontally and add as many servers as we need based on how much throughput we have from our users. This is completely transparent to the users because it's all handled in the backend. So based on the type of replica that someone is connecting to, they are routed through the proper model in the backend so that they can have the best experience. The user doesn't have to click on settings or change models or anything. It just knows which one to do. And we have situations where we have multiple models running and we combine the output together as well. We can create different types of replicas. We can make character replicas, which are like fictional replicas of people like, I don't know, Mickey Mouse. Then we can make replicas of individuals for different purposes. For example, we work with a lot with patients with Alzheimer or dementia. They want to be able to capture their memories. They want to be able to preserve their legacy and share with the family. But we also work with professionals like CEOs or other important figures in a company can be of a reference for the rest of the team. For example, imagine that you are the CEO, you have your AI replica. You can load all the relative files, all the messaging, all the information. And the replica can also connect to your Telegram, to your Slack, see all the conversations in public channels, keep a highly efficient memory of all of this information. AI support to the CEO, you can provide quick and immediate answers to any questions that the team needs. For example, I have a kind of a preview version of my own replica. It's not publicly accessible yet, but what it does is that because we have all our team conversation on Telegram, and I receive a lot of emails. My replica works a bit as my personal assistant, so I get notifications when I have some urgent things that I need to respond to or interact with the team members. And then when I wake up in the morning, because people work on different time zones, I have a neat summary of all my priorities and action points I need to do to catch up with my day, so I don't have to go through hundreds and hundreds of messages every morning. Our long-term goal at Sensei is digital immortality. That's quite far down the line. What we're trying to work on now is create a digital legacy for people who value their memory, life experience and want to share it with their family and friends after they are not here with us anymore. We have a person we are working with. This person has been planning his digital legacy for 6 years. He has a warehouse of memories of the whole large families going back for centuries, with creating a digital representation of all of these physical memories, so that in the future they don't have to deal with warehouses of stuff, but all the family available anywhere in the world can access on their phone to all their extended family history. This person is also working with us to make sure that the whole process of training and then exposing this information is done in the best way possible for their use case. And this is, we call it the legacy type replicas, and we are super excited about this. One of the big purposes in Sensei is helping people preserve their memories. So I used to work in many big companies, and one thing that I hated was that all the documents on Notion, they always get out of date, and every company tries different ways to figure out what are the documents that are outdated and how to keep them updated, and it's always a losing battle. So one of the exciting projects we are looking into is something called AI HR workers. So imagine you have this AI bot that is connected to your Slack, your Microsoft Teams, joins the video calls, and is connected and has all the awareness of all your files on Notion and Google Drive. And this bot to be kind of a personal assistant that is constantly monitoring the quality of the documentation and practices and policies that you have in your company, and can highlight when the reality is different than the documents. So for example, if we see someone in the chat saying something like, I ignore the HR policy because it is outdated, we know that we should ping someone in HR to review that document, instead of having processes where maybe they need to review all the documents every month. We are trying to create different features like this to reduce the time wasted in kind of mundane tasks that can be automated inside the team, so that, for example, HR people can focus on what matters most, and you need actually human being helping the company out. As we are trying to create as a process to create, I call them high definition replicas, as easy as possible. The way we do that is that we try to create paths for training based on the purpose of the replica. For example, it could be a legacy replica, a replica for individual, a replica for a professional, replicas used in teams. So that we have different journeys that you go through when creating the training. One example is that you can, let's say you are the CEO of a company, you need a replica. You can just load the white paper from your Web3 project, or you can load the website. It will automatically load all the content of the website. You can upload all the files that you have about the project. You can send to your replica the email, like emails that you wanted to parse and ingest and load into the memory. And then we have a guided process with question and answers to train the replica to be as lifelike as possible to you. You can upload voice and video so that it resembles you as well. You can also connect your replica to your Telegram, where all your conversations are happening, both team Telegram, but also in the public Telegram. So the replica can be used, can really know all what it needs to make your life easier. Once you do all of this, so the replica has all the knowledge that it needs, all the memories, all the behaviors, it learned your style, then you can connect it to multiple different channels. It can draft emails for you. It can be available on your website as an embed, so you just connect it to your website. We are building an API platform, so you can do your own custom integrations, and you can connect your Telegram and also connect it to the public Telegram, so all the customers can come and ask questions. And let's say you have an AI company, someone asks you a question where they can get information about your token. The replica can just answer with that. We can also create interesting visualizations like the chart of the price or whatever else you may need. You can also, if someone asks you, the link to the white paper or anything, basically it's there just to make your life easier. So you don't have to answer to the same questions that most of the time people ask you. Or let's say you have e-commerce, or you have brand deals or referrals. We can also make so that when people ask you about certain topics to which you have a product, we can just send back the link so they can straight go to the e-commerce, purchase your product, and help you create revenue. On the converse, with the analytics dashboard of your replica, you can also see the common topics, common questions. We have a whole set of features for you to be able to see the answers given and edit them and manage them, so that then the replica becomes better at helping you. I'm really excited on all the technologies we are building to preserve people's legacy, to create more visibility for individuals, and to boost productivity of professionals and teams.
Hello, my name is Roman. I'm from Ukraine. I've been building online companies for the last 15 years. My education background is AI, and I'm Chief Strategy Officer for Sensei. Today I'm going to talk to you about what we're doing in Sensei, how is it related to future of AI technologies, and what Sensei is about. So in Sensei we are doing infrastructure for human AI replicas. And now with advancement of AI technologies and tools like ChatGPT and other large language models, data, especially human data, becomes very relevant and important. Large language models work in a way that basically it's an algorithm that predicts next word that comes in a sentence with certain probability, and then higher probability it puts the better chances that the sentence would look good for human reader. For that, large language models, they need a lot of data, and all large language models that currently exist, it's ChatGPT, Claude, Anthropic AI, and others that you're probably familiar with, they need a lot of human data to be trained on. So all data that's currently on internet is already being used by these large language models. So ChatGPT 5 is already being trained on synthetic data, which is artificially created data, which is not generated by humans, but generated by algorithms to be used for training. So there is limitation to the data that's available on internet and generated by humans. So in the future, the data is a crucial and critical element to increasing the quality and potential of large language models. So that's very important. Algorithms, they won't make too much difference in the future. But data, what is important? So fundamentally, hardware and data, what matters in terms of competitive advantage in AI, large language models, and AI business in general. So what we are doing in Sensei, we're creating infrastructure to capture human data in a seamless manner, and then allow people and AI agents to use the data for different purposes. So one of the things that we are focusing on in Sensei right now is bringing AI human replicas, AI agents, into business sector to increase efficiency and data management processes in large, medium-scale organizations. So we are creating systems that allow to capture the data from different sources, such as messenger system, email systems, internal communication systems, CRMs, data management systems, traditional data management systems. And we store that data in a secure, private, encrypted manner, and then we allow organization participants, employees, and other AI agents to utilize that data, which saves a lot of time. People don't wait for reply from their colleagues. Instead of that, they can talk to an AI agent and get all required information 24/7, which saves a lot of time, thus saves a lot of money. So that's one of the main angles we're focusing on right now in Sensei. So what are the ways humans can interact with AI agents? Fundamentally, it's text-based data. Large language models, they base on text data. So everything that is being used as an input and output for AI as we know it publicly right now as ChatGPT and other language models is text-based data. So what we're doing in Sensei, we're using chat-based interfaces to allow people and machines, other agents, to interact with our replicas using text-based interface. Other than that, we will introduce ability to interact with voice. You can just exchange voice messages, or to add your agent, your replica, on the team call, and then agent would be able to interact with other participants in the voice-based interface and video-based interface, with replica being able to reflect emotions, personality, gesticulations, and other personal and character-specific features. Now I'm going to talk a bit about Web3 and how we use Web3 technologies in Sensei. So what are the two fundamental features of decentralized AI? Fundamentally, to create a truly decentralized AI, which is permissionless, censorship-resistant, and can be accessed in a trustless manner, you need two elements. One is data, decentralized data, and second one is decentralized hardware. Decentralized hardware is being addressed by market players like Render and Aether. Probably you're familiar with them. And decentralized data is something that we are using and addressing in Sensei. Imagine a situation where you have a public person, it has a lot of followers, huge amount of audience, and then currently there is certain prevalent narrative, social or political narrative. And then he creates his replica, but then in the future that social or political narrative can change. Thus, his replica, if it's hosted on traditional Web2 infrastructure, it can be censored in the future. By using blockchain technologies, it allows us to keep that data that is related to the replica in a persistent manner using decentralized data storage and provide access to that data with blockchain technologies, so that replica and that data can persist over generations. So whatever social and political narrative is in the future, that replica becomes available. So it's a very interesting use case for quite a wide range of applications. It's a still niche application. It's probably majority of people, they won't need it, but then there are some very censorship-resistant sensitive applications, which is very good use cases for these technologies. So that's what we're using blockchain technologies in Sensei for. Our end goal in Sensei to achieve digital immortality. So what is digital immortality? Digital immortality is pretty much a concept that was coined a while ago, decades ago, and it's been covered widely in science fiction literature. And it's basically transferring knowledge, memories, personality, and all fundamental information about human being into the digital realm. So it can persist indefinitely in digital realm. Fundamentally, to achieve that from physics standpoint, you need to capture the entire information that human brain stores. So on a physical level, it's all electrical signal, biochemical relationship. It's basically like capturing molecular structure together with all the electrical dependency, electrical relationship in terms of how neurons interact with each other. So it's a lot of information, and it's basically capturing information on atomic level. So probably sometime in the future it will be possible to accurately capture and transfer the entire human brain snapshot in a digital realm, but we need some scientific advancement to reach that goal. Probably AGI would assist us with that. What we're doing with Sensei now, we're doing it on the level of information, text-based information, voice, videos, pictures, any information that human being can store, recall, reproduce. So, and for that we're using the infrastructure that we're creating in Sensei. So we are capturing, storing, and reproducing human knowledge, memories, experiences to represent personality as accurate as possible. And for that, the best way to capture that knowledge right now is devices like mobile phones or computers. It's basically human brain interface. It's computer brain interfaces that humans use most efficiently right now. that we can also use to capture all this information that human inputs while using them. Interesting concept that majority of the information that is generated on internet over time, over basically generations. All the books that's been written, all the information that's available on internet is generated by vocal minority of people. So non-vocal majority of people, for them, all the majority of their expertise, information, memories, knowledge is either being lost or captured very fractionally. So it's basically some interactions with their family, with their co-workers, with some documentation that they create, but that's only a fraction of their expertise. And their expertise is not necessarily inferior to the expertise of people who are vocal, social media, creating materials, creating books. So capturing all this data, whether it's personal domain or professional domain, corporate domain, where there's the same problem. Majority of people in corporate settings, they don't share information actively unless we incentivize them to do so. For example, with Sensay, what we are planning to do is capture this information from public domain seamlessly while people doing their day-to-day tasks, they live in their day-to-day life. We're capturing all the information that they input via digital devices, and we're preserving it, store it in a secure, encrypted manner. We're able to share it, or we're able to make other agents and AI system to use that for training, which is very valuable. So to sum up, in Sensei, we're capturing human-generated data. We're storing it in persistent, secure, encrypted manner. And that's the most obvious, widely sought for competitive advantage for AI companies. Human-generated data is something that will give competitive advantage to AI companies in the future. Not algorithms, not technologies related to machine learning, but the data. The data that is something that is absolutely necessary to improve quality of AI systems. Human-generated data, especially because all the large language models, they trained on human-generated data. So until we have new generation of AI systems that would base their inference on fundamental laws of nature and physics, which is current research for large players like OpenAI and others going to, we will have prevalence of large language models, which base their inference on human-generated data. In Sensei, we create infrastructure to capture that human-generated data and store it in a secure, permissionless, persistent, and encrypted manner to be used by other people, AI agents, companies, businesses, potentially AI training. In this age, data is most valuable resource for AI, and in Sensei, we are creating infrastructure for data. So that gives us competitive advantage for the next 5 to 10 years until we get to next generation of AI models. Thank you very much for
Hey, how's it going?
Hey there. All good on my end. Just navigating the world of digital immortality, you know, the usual. How about you?
Yeah, I'm all good. Just in Trieste in Italy right now.
Trieste, a beautiful place. Have you checked out Piazza Unità d'Italia yet? Great mix of history and stunning sea views. What's on your agenda there?
Yeah, we did. We were there yesterday. We went for dinner. It was fantastic, beautiful view. Nice to be by the ocean again.
Absolutely. Nothing quite like that coastal vibe. Did you try any local dishes? The seafood there is pretty top-notch.
Yeah, the seafood was delicious, but I'm actually here to talk about Sensei today. What is Sensei?
Ah, Sensei. It's our cutting-edge AI tech company. We create lifelike digital replicas to preserve and extend your knowledge, skills, and experiences. Think of it as your digital twin, ready to handle tasks and share wisdom for force to 7. Curious about how it works?
Yeah, absolutely. How can a replica help me?
Imagine having a digital version of yourself that can manage tasks, share your expertise, and engage with others whenever you can't. Whether it's for business, education, or personal legacy, your replica can extend your presence and influence effortlessly. What aspect are you most interested in?
Oh, I just want my AI to do my work for me. But should we be afraid of AI?
AI doing your work sounds ideal, right? As for fear, it's more about understanding and managing AI responsibly. At Sensei, we ensure ethical use and user control, so your replica works for you, not against you. What specific tasks do you hope to offload to your AI?
Oh, I'd love my emails to be drafted for me, maybe my messages replied to so that the team can have access to my information when I'm not online, so that they don't get blocked up. There's a good chance that they get stuck on some tasks that often require my attention. So it's good that I can be available to them even when I can't physically.
Spot on your digital replica can draft emails, respond to messages, and ensure your team has access to your knowledge seamlessly. It's like being in 2 places at once without the stress. Ready to give it a go?
Yeah, absolutely. But I'd be curious, how can that work for big companies and maybe even governments?
For big companies and governments, our replicas can capture and distribute critical expertise across the organization, ensuring continuity even during staff transitions. They streamline communication, automate routine tasks, and centralize knowledge, making operations smoother and more efficient. Imagine consistent, informed decision-making at every level. Interested in exploring this for your organization?
Yeah, I mean, well, we've kind of been playing around with this kind of technology for a while, so we're big fans already. But how would we go about sharing the message to other companies and organizations and governments that might want to adopt this technology as well?
That's fantastic to hear. To spread the word, start with case studies showcasing successful implementations and measurable benefits. Host webinars, workshops, and demos to educate stakeholders. Engage in industry conferences, and leverage social media for broader outreach. Partnering with influential advocates can also amplify your message. Need help crafting your pitch?
Oh, maybe next time, but I think you've been very helpful today. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, glad I could help. If you ever need more info or assistance, just reach out. Have a great day.
Now, that's pretty cool, but we could have recorded that anywhere, anytime. So I'm going to try and talk Danbot live too. Hey Dan, how's it going?
Hey there, going well, thanks. Just wrapped up some work on Sensei. How about you? What's new?
What do you think is a good one-line explanation of what Sensei is?
Sensei creates lifelike AI replicas to preserve and extend human knowledge, skills, and experiences.
Wow. I'm doing a live demo of our products today. Have you got any tips for me?
Absolutely. Keep it engaging and concise. Highlight key benefits early on, use real-life examples, and be prepared for questions. Most importantly, stay calm and confident. Good luck.
That's great, thank you. And do you have anything to say to the Sensei community today?
Of course, to the Sensei community. Thanks for being part of our journey towards digital immortality. Your support and feedback drive our innovation. Together, we're shaping the future of knowledge and experience. Cheers.
And we had a question from the community. They said, "Where is the real Dan?"
The "where's the real Dan" question. Well, I'm here, alive and kicking, currently based in Italy, always on the move, but always connected with the Sensei community. What's up? Sorry, I don't understand Korean. Could you please?
Got through that unscathed. Amazing. We'll be rolling out this feature for all users in the coming weeks. I'm amazed at the incredible work the team have put into Sensei over the past 3 to 6 months. It really is such an incredible journey to get here and to see how far we've come and what we've actually managed to achieve with our technology. It's really amazing to be building this kind of science fiction. So I'm truly blessed to be able to build something that I'm really passionate about. Moving on, we're going to have a quick demo of how our new email drafter works.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to introduce your new favorite email feature, the Sensei email drafter. We all know the struggle of managing an overflowing inbox. It's time-consuming and a major productivity drain. But what if you had a personal assistant that could draft responses for you, saving you countless hours? Here's how it works. You'll start by signing into Sensei using your Google account and confirming permissions for the Sensei engine to see and draft emails. Don't worry, your data is kept encrypted and confidential, and we don't store your emails. After creating your personal replica on the Sensei platform, a digital version of you trained on your communication style, you're ready to go. The email drafter can be toggled on or off at any time, giving you complete control. When you receive an email in Gmail, Sensei goes to work. It ignores newsletters and spam, focusing on emails that require a personal response. Using your digital twin, it generates a draft reply based on your unique style and training data. Imagine opening your inbox to find thoughtful, personalized draft responses already prepared. You're free to send these drafts as they are, make edits or delete them. The power is entirely in your hands. Think about the time this could save you. No more staring at a blank screen, wondering how to start your reply. No more spending hours each day on routine email correspondence. Whether you're a busy executive, a customer service representative, or anyone who relies heavily on email, the Sensei email drafter is about to become
Pretty great, right? I've saved so much time on my emails each week. I can't wait to share it with everyone. You should now be able to see a QR code on the screen for a Sensei airdrop for anyone who's participating in our quests and challenges. We'll also drop the link to the form in the chat comments as well. The email must match with the email that you registered with. But that's not all. Throughout this summit, my replica has been on autopilot mode on my Telegram account. It's been answering messages for me with a 90% accuracy. Danbot answers around 50% of my messages already, which helps my friends, family, and colleagues get access to important information even when I'm not available. Let's see what he's been up to in the last hour. So here you can see that a new recruit of us, our new marketing lead, Lucas, has been chatting with Dan Bot for the majority of the last hour, actually. And he's been asking quite a few questions here, all about his preparation for work. So this is one of the great use cases that we have for Sensei as an onboarding tool, as an opportunity for access to information for teams so that they're not blocked. I mean, I've been here for the last hour, probably even longer, most of the day preparing for this. So by enabling teams to just have access to that information, even when we're not available ourselves, it basically means that my replica has been able to kind of automate those tasks for me. And that's been the same for anyone who's been messaging me in the last hour on my Telegram, and will have fantastic quality of response. So, it's an amazing technology. And the fact that even some of my own team, genuinely ask me on a pretty much day-to-day basis, is this Dan or is this Dan bot? Because the similarities and the answer quality is so high that sometimes we really can't tell the difference. For better or worse, and we will add a way of telling in the future if someone would want that, as well as semi-autopilot and full autopilot. Semi-autopilot will mean that you'll be able to, see the messages before they get sent out and approve them. And full auto, a bit like the email drafter, semi-autopilot and full autopilot will enable you to actually get the full autopilot experience, where it will answer for you on your behalf. In closing, thank you all for being part of this groundbreaking Sensei Summit. I'm so excited for you to try our interactive replicas and our personalized AI agents. But our journey doesn't end here. The conversation is just beginning, and we want you to be part of it. Join us on Twitter immediately after the summit for a special live spaces event. Our team will be there, ready to answer your questions and explore the endless possibilities that Sensei opens up for organizations. This is your opportunity to engage directly with our founders. Head over to the Sensei Twitter account at AskSensei, that's AskSensay, right now. The Spaces event is just starting in a few minutes. A link should be on the screen for you now. From myself, Roman, Marco, Shane, and the whole Sensei team, we want to thank you for being here and continue to support Sensei on its mission.